Right, Shalom. Right, with the Hebrew Israelites, we come week in and week out to prophesy the downfall of America. Right, and also look at the 12 tribes of Israel, which consists of your so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native American Indians. Right, making the 12 tribes of Israel. Right, before we get started, we give all honor, glory, and praises to Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahweh Shah, by Hashem Rakakadash. Right, double honor to the elders and the apostles of Great Millstone who rule well and teach well. Right, Shalom to the hopefully like men that's scattered abroad, pushing this truth with all sincerity, presenting everybody's a living sacrifice. Right, Shalom to those few sisters, right, that's taking heed to getting orders in these last days. Right, and so the topic that we go to today is the topic that I'm getting to today is not conforming to the beast system. Right, that beast system gonna be the RFID microchip, man. Right, the mark of the beast. Right, that's what's coming down the pipeline. That's what they're setting up, right? Society right now, right? The collapse of the dollar, right? Is to set up for a new type of system, right? But we are here to warn our people, not right, to not fall into those types of traps. You know, that trap meaning a snare, right? Because hey, he gonna cut the so-called white man Esau Edom will come down with that great wrath, you know, to put people back against the wall to where they need his system to depend on, right? But we are here to let you know that, hey, the Lord says, hey, you gotta trust in Him, right? He the one who's gonna provide you inside the time of no food, right? He gonna be the one that's providing you when this man shut all these stores down, you know, right? So I'm gonna give out a couple precepts, you know, just proving the point. This Jeremiah 28 verse 8, the prophets that have been before me and before thee of old prophesied. It says, both against many countries and against great kingdoms, of war and of evil and of pestilence. Right? So hey, these prophets have been doing the same thing since this time, man. Right? And letting you know about the bad time that's coming. Right? And this is like when the time with Noah's Ark. Right? He prophesied, let everybody know that hey, he was building an ark and a great flood was coming. You know? We telling you that the so-called white man today is getting his system together, right, to come down with great wrath, right, to also have a great, sorry, I said that wrong. He's trying to come down with great wrath because, you know, he got a short time coming, right, but within the mix of that, right, he's going to have World War III at the end of that, my bad. Right, I'm going to read that back. Jeremiah 28 verse 8, the prophets that have been before me of old prophesied. Right, when you prophesy, you tell them about what's to happen before it actually happens. So like I said, Noah prophesied about a great flood. Right, we prophesied about the MOTB, right, the mark of the beast. We also prophesied about World War III, you know. Right? America will be destroyed by nuclear fire. Huh? Oh, all right. This Jeremiah 28 verse 8. The prophets that have been before me and of old prophesied, right? And that's also letting you know it's no new thing under the sun, right? We doing the same thing that our forefathers was doing inside the ancient times, right? Prophesying about, hey, bad times, right? Hey, no prosperous, no good thing is finna come from here on out. We finna have plagues, martial law, right? Cannibalism, right? World War III, right? The time of Jacob's trouble, the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and the Native American Indians, right? Oh yeah, Shalom. Right? Slaki, you know. Had to warn them, you know, but it still state the point, right? It's no new thing under the sun. Right? We doing the same thing our forefathers was doing, man. Hey, warning the people and keep it pushing. Right? Whether they want to hear or forbear. It says, the prophets that have been before me and before thee of old prophesied both against many countries and against great kingdoms of war and of evil and of pestilence, right? And we always talk about that evil because it's a bad time that we're approaching, man. Like I said, hey, we come to a time where we should not be wanting to conforming to this beast system that's being brought together right before our eyes. Right? Through the wise discernment, we see that the Fed Now system, right? That's gonna be that infrastructure, right? That's gonna be that base infrastructure to where how they're gonna gradually move that MOTB in, right? The mark of the beast, right? The charagma, the grain of rice, right? The Revelation 13:16, right? That's what we come down into, right? Yeah, like knock me down, stand down. Right? So come on. Get straight into it. Right, this right the book of Romans 12, verse 11. It's like in 12, verse 1. And it says the perfect will of Yahweh Shem Yahushua, the perfect, man. Right? It says, I beseech you, therefore, brethren. Therefore, I beseech you, therefore, brethren, by the mercies of Yahweh Shem Yahushua, that ye present your bodies a living sacrifice, holy, acceptable unto Yahweh, by Hashem Yahushua, which is your reasonable service. Right? When you present your body as a living sacrifice, meaning you putting it all on the line in your faith, man. Right? You putting it all on the line of your of what's going on, right? Or what you believe in, right? We believe in Yahweh Hashem Yahushua. Right? He said, don't take the charagma, right? Which we're not going to do. Lord willing, and he refrained us from not taking it, man. Right? You seen a license plate that says 444, right? That's the mercy that we want. You know? No call Allah Yahweh Hashem Yahushua. It says, present your bodies as a living sacrifice, holy, right? Meaning to be set apart. It says, acceptable unto Yahweh Hashem Yahushua, right? The only way we be acceptable to the Lord, right, is being holy, right? Being set apart, right? Meaning, when this man come with that beast system, right? Them draconian laws, those unrighteous decrees, right? You got to be willing to stand on what we believe in, right? And the comforter, right? Matter of fact, lay straight to it. Right? The book of Romans 15 and 4. For whatsoever things are written aforetime were written for our learning, that we through patience and comfort of the scriptures might have hope. Right? So the time of this beast system is formed together, right? We have the faith that Yahweh shall keep us secure. You know? Have us on our day-to-day walks, eating, drinking, while everybody else going through pure hell and madness, man. Why? Because they despise the grace period, right? So therefore, the one that laughs now will have to cry later, right? The Lord talks about how the one that's going to mourn now, they should have abundant, on the end, right? Because we can put in the work beforehand, right? That's the faith, right? But back at Romans 12 and 1, I beseech you, therefore, brethren. I beseech you, therefore, brethren, by the mercies of Yahweh Hashem Yahushua, that ye present your bodies a living sacrifice, holy, acceptable unto Yahweh Hashem Yahushua, which is your reasonable service. Right? Go back to the book of Psalms. Because some folks may see death as a bad thing, right? But the whole time, and you kept your integrity, right? Like I'm speaking on, right? With Esau coming down with that wrath, right? He's trying to he's gonna form his system, but in the mix of it, right, we're gonna go through it, but we not fall victim to it, right? Even if we have to die, we would die with our integrity. Right? It's the book of Psalms 116 and verse 15. It says, precious in the sight of the Lord is the death of his saints. Right? And I gotta repeat that. Precious in the sight of the Lord is the death of his saints. Right? And that shows you, the scriptures also talk about how the dead gonna rise first. They had to get translated out of here for the time being, right? But when Yahweh Shai, who the Lord incorrectly called Jesus Christ, when he hit the scene again, right, come deliver us, the dead gonna rise up first. Then the rest of the 144 and the elect. The 1/3. Right? But it says, precious in the sight of the Lord is the death of his saints. And it get no more beautiful than that, right? Instead of conforming to this beast, right? Instead of conforming to the beast, the system, right? You was willing to get beheaded, get killed the worst way, whatever you had to go out, man. Right? You stood still for the name. Damn. Right? This Romans 12 verse 2. It says, and be not conformed to this world. Right? Because hey, we also know that this world gonna be passed away, man. Right? Through nuclear fire, right? As intercontinental ballistic missiles, right? So why would you be conformed to this world, man? Knowing that it's gonna be devoured with fire. Right? This way, America, right, is falling in the same way as Sodom and Gomorrah, right? And the Lord talks about that, that's an example of what not to be like. You know, and the consequence behind that will be what? Nuclear fire. Right? But it says, can't lose that. Matter of fact, I'll hold it. It says, and be not conformed to this world. Right? And we look at that word conform inside the when you look at that word conform inside the Greek, right? It goes to suske matizo, right? In the Greek. Right? And when you're being conformed, that means you obeying, right? Going along with. Right? That's what the Lord telling you not to do. Be not conformed to this world. Right? Because when you have that discernment of Yahweh Shem Yahushua, He done poured out His Spirit unto you, right? You see what's going on. Right, this right here is coming down the pipeline, right? You won't be able to buy, sell, or trade unless you have this device. But He said, be not conformed, right? Don't go along with this system, man. Going on with this system will have you killed, right? And I'm gonna grab that in the book of Revelation 14 and 9, right? So it says, Romans 12 and 2. And be not conformed to this world, but be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind. Right? Psalms 119, matter of fact, I grab them. You know, wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy time. Right? Isaiah 33 and 6. What I said, Psalms 119. Right? It's the book of Psalms 119, verse 9. It says, wherewithal shall a young man cleanse his way? It says, wherewithal shall a young man cleanse his way? By taking heed thereto according to the word. Right? That's how you'll be able to blot out those sins, man. Coming back to Yahweh Shem Yahushua. Got 10% left. That's cool. Right? But the point is, it says, wherewithal shall a young man cleanse his way? By taking heed thereto according to thy word. Right? This Bible is going to be the reason why you're able to still stand inside the time of gross darkness, right? When Esau, Edom come down with that great wrath, right? Pushing this system, this beast system, right? This is what's going to keep you stable. This back in the book of Romans 12. And 2, it said, be not conformed to this world, but be ye transformed by renewing of your mind, that ye may be proved that, and be not conformed to this world, but be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind, that ye may prove what is that good and acceptable and perfect will of Yahweh Shem Yahushua, right? Because we know the time that we're coming into, right? We know the time that we're coming into. And receiving this RFID, right, the seal is against what the Lord has told us, forbid us to take, right? And the consequence behind that, right, you'll most definitely have a missile with your name written over it when it comes to World War III. That's going to happen inside this generation, man. Right? Got to grab it right quick. All right, this is Revelation 14, verse 9. And the third angel followed them, saying with a loud voice, if any man worship the beast and his image, right? Because this was coming down the pipeline, a whole different system is coming down the pipeline, right? And through our discernment, we can see it through this these blackouts that they finna have, right? When the power grid, right? When that power grid collapse, that's when they're gonna try to, squeeze inside that fully put in the laws for what the MOTB, right? The New World Order. Damn. It says, and the third angel followed them, saying, if any man worship the beast and his image, right? The system, also the RFID here, right? It says, and receive his mark in his forehead or in his hand, right? Because it's gonna be a small device that you gotta put within your flesh in order to move around. That'll be your token, right? Your pass to move around society. It says, verse 10, the same shall drink of the wine of the wrath of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, which is poured out without mixture. Why? Because we're telling our people, hey, this is a part of that wrath that can be poured out without mixture, right? Those nuclear missiles. Right? It says, poured out without mixture into the cup of his indignation. And he shall be tormented with fire and brimstone. Right? Same way how Sodom and Gomorrah was, America gonna be the same way, but even on a worse scale, man. Right? Especially the ones that conform to that beast, right? They bowed down, right? Matter of fact, I want to go inside those accounts right quick. Matter of fact, I want to bring out, the quick, the law of it right quick, right? Because we shouldn't be taking no type of, we shouldn't be taking no cutters inside the flesh anyway, right? That's a law, right? And receiving this karagma will be that ultimate sin that you cannot repent from, right? The doors of mercy will be shut by then, right? This is Leviticus 19, verse 28. Ye shall not make any cuttings in your flesh for the dead, nor print any marks upon you. I am the Lord, right? Hey, I a temple, man. You don't dig inside no temple, right? You leave it alone, man, right? But when I was going back in the book of Romans 12:1, how he was saying, I beseech you therefore, brethren, present our bodies a living sacrifice, right? Hey, we have accounts of that. That's why he tells us the things written aforetime was written for our learning. The same way how our forefathers went through, we may have to be inside those same shoes, but we must have to, we have to do the same thing that they have done as well, right? Stand still for the name, right? I want to bring up the account inside Daniel and the account, the 7 brothers, right? 2nd Maccabees. Right, and I just ended at verse 2, but the whole story, go in, man, show the integrity of the 7 brothers, right? Of not want to taste swine's flesh, right? In today's time, we don't want to taste nor touch, right? The MOTB, right? The grain of rice, right? We don't want to be conformed to this beast system that's coming down, amongst really throughout the whole 4 corners of the earth. This 2nd Maccabees 7, verse 1. It came to pass also that 7 brethren with their mother were taken and compelled by the king against the law to taste swine's flesh, right? And that's a commandment, law that we should not even touch as well, right? Swine's flesh, right? It says, and compelled by the king against the law to taste swine's flesh, and were tormented with scourges and whips, right? That was their punishment. They didn't want to taste it. They would get dealt with what? By scourges and whips, man. It says, verse 2, but one of them spake first, and first said this, what wouldst thou ask or learn of us? We are ready to die rather than to transgress the laws of our fathers. And that's a beautiful thing, right? Because that's the spirit that they had on them, right? They was willing to die than to transgress the laws of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, man. So like I said, not conforming to this beast, we have to count the cost that, we can be inside this situation, right? But like how I'm gonna be inside the book of Daniel, right? We know who the comforter, we know he's gonna be in the mix with us inside those types of times, man. Right? That's it on that. So we know this, hey, this, like I said, the spared now system is gradually coming, man. Right? We can't be ignorant of Satan devices. You know, we have to be circumspect, right? Circle, you know, to look around, right? I mean, yeah, expect to be, you know, cautious. I had stuff and started. Right? Let's write the book of Daniel 3, verse 6. Right? Because the king at the time was Nebuchadnezzar, and his main thing was, if you didn't want to bow down, when you heard those trumpets and music start playing, right, you had a penalty, man. Right? And what the scripture said in the book of Sirach 2 and 10. Salaki. Look at the generations of old and see that ever any trust in the Lord was confounded. You know, because we come to that time period where, hey, we have to put our trust in Yahweh Shem Yahushua, right? And he won't leave us forsaken, man. He won't let us conform to the beast. Even if we don't have nowhere to sleep, lay our head at, man. Don't have no food, right? The Lord said he can provide, right? But even also, if we have to get put to death by, we still have a reward that's still built up for us. Right? And this right was the point, you know, before I jump down. Daniel 3, verse 6. It says, and whoso falleth not down and worship shall the same hour be cast into the midst of the burning fiery furnace. Right? And like I said, hey, the things written aforetime were written for our learning. Right? Also in the book of Ecclesiastes talk about how there is no new thing under the sun. Right? These are movements at the same vibrations of how it was back then. Right? It's coming to a point where Esau Edom is going to have it to where if you don't want to bow down to the system, right, you shall be killed, which will get grabbed later on. Right? You're going to be edged out of society. Right? From not conforming to this world. Right? Also, that word conform means to adapt to. I'm still rolling. Right? Also, that word conform means to adapt to, right? Agree, right? Because Esau Edom going to box you into the point you're going to agree to his system, right? And receive his charagma, right? When you go to the Greek word of receive, right? It goes to didomi, right? And it means to extend, right? What you're going to be extending, either your wrist, you'll be extending your wrist or your forehead out to what? To receive that charagma. All right, but I'm going to jump down to verse 14. It says, Nebuchadnezzar spake. When I stop at? 25. All right, so it's kind of lengthy, but hey, Lord, will we get all the way through it? Nebuchadnezzar spake and said unto them, it is true, O Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, do not ye serve my gods, nor worship the golden image which I have set up? Now, if ye be ready, at that time ye hear the sound of the cornet, flute, harp, the sackbut, the psaltery, and the dulcimer, and all kinds of music, ye shall fall down and worship the image which I have made. Well, but if ye worship not, ye shall be cast the same hour into the midst of the burning fiery furnace. And whoso is that? And who is that God that shall deliver you out of my hands? And we know, hey, the time they be coming into is gonna be the same type of scenarios, right? Matter of fact, I gotta grab that right quick. I gotta grab 2 quick precepts. Right? Because if you're inside that fiery furnace, pretty much you're being put to death. Right? But we don't fear death. You know, you can't fear death when you know who the ruler is. Right? Yahweh Shem Yahushua, the ultimate judge. This is the book of Matthew 10, verse 28. It says, and fear them which not kill the body, but are not able to kill the soul. It says, but rather fear him which is able to destroy both soul and body in hell, right? So you got to pick your poison, right? It ain't poison when you're Yahweh Shem Yahushua, but pick your destination. You know, either you rather fear the man that can only kill the flesh and you can come back, right, and still get destroyed by Yahweh Shem Yahushua, or you can fear Yahweh Shem Yahushua and get killed on this time, on this side, right, and still get delivered in the end, right? Also, I want to bring out the book of Revelation 2 and 10, you know, because he said, hey, if you don't want to bow down, you're going to be inside what? A fiery furnace. You know, and we know that we're going to be inside these concentration camps, waiting on Yahweh Shem Yahushua. Hey, not conforming to this system. Right? This is Revelation 2 verse 10, right? And revelation means to reveal, right? We pulling back the veil, right? In the book of Amos 3 and 7, surely the Lord would do nothing, but he revealed his secret to the servants, the prophets. So that's what we out here doing today. Hey, we're revealing, right, what the world do not know about what's about to happen. It says, Revelation 2 and 10, it says, fear none of those things which thou shalt suffer. Behold, the devil shall cast some of you into prison, that ye may be tried, and ye shall have tribulation 10 days. Right? And when you look up the Greek word for devil, it goes into a metaphor of a man, right? Because we know ultimately a man rules the earth right now, right? A wicked man, right? The book of Job 9 and 24, the earth is given to the hands of the wicked. You know, he covered up the faces of the judges, right? But Revelation 2 and 10 says, fear none of those things, right? He's going to threaten you with your kids, threaten you with your wife, husband, food, whatever, your own life. He said, don't fear it, right? That's all about not trying to conform to this world. You're not going to fear what Esau Edom throws at you. Why? Because this is what we've been doing beforehand, right? We've been sharpening ourselves up with the wisdom, knowledge, understanding of Yahweh Shem Yahushua. So beside those times, man, fuck what Esau got going on, man. Right? We would, like every account, we wanted to die. Right? Then to transgress the law and got to deal with Yahweh Shem Yahushua on the wrong type of tip. Right? It says, fear none of those things which thou shalt suffer. Behold, the devil shall cast some of you into prison, that ye may be tried. Ye shall have tribulation 10 days, a completion of time. Be thou faithful unto death, right? Because some may have to be beheaded for this truth, man, which we're willing, right, to do if we're inside that lot, right? It says, and I will give thee a crown of life, right? That's the biggest, you know, the biggest reward, man. To get rewarded by Yahweh Shai, can't nothing be, you know, top that, man. You know, and that's for standing still for the name, right? While they're coming up with this new system, trying to have the whole world conform to this system, hey, you was willing to be put to death, and then to conform to this system, hey, you'll get a reward from that, man. Right, so back in the book of Daniel 3, verse 15, no, I'm starting at 16. It says, Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego answered and said to the king, O Nebuchadnezzar, we are not careful to answer thee in this matter, right? We're not even gonna stutter telling you what we gonna do, right? We're not taking this shit, man, right? We're not gonna conform to this system. It is what it is, right? It says, if it be so, our power whom we serve is able to deliver us. And them man had the spirit, man. Had the 144% faith, man. Right? That's what it's all about when it get down to the nitty-gritty of it, right? The faith. It says, if it be so, our power whom we serve, this is the kicker though. If it be so, our power whom we serve is able to deliver us from the burning fiery furnace, right? That's Yahweh Shai's name. He saves, he delivers, man. Right in the Hebrew tongue, right? Yahweh Shai. If it be so, our power whom we serve is able to deliver us from the burning fiery furnace, and he will deliver us out of thine hand, O king. It says, but if not, be it known unto thee, O king, that we will not serve thy gods, nor worship the golden image which thou hast set up. And we know what's coming down the pipeline right now is they set up the mark of the beast system, man, the image, right? Hey, but we saying the same thing, right? We want to die, hey, then to transgress the laws, right? Like I brought out in the book of Revelation 14 and 9. If you want to consent to this devil, right, and take his small device, right, you're gonna be put to death by the Lord, right? Matter of fact, got a quick precept. Right? Hey, man, we out here to spread this gospel. Hey, whether they want to hear it for bear, man. You know? Hey, when words can't teach, reality will, like the elder be saying, man. Right? Then shall they know that a prophet have been among them. I know these damn heathens better knock on my goddamn stand. Right? So like I'm trying to grab my precept. Right, just write the book of 2 Corinthians 2, verse 11. It says, lest Satan should get an advantage of us. Right? It says, lest Satan should get an advantage of us. It says, for we are not ignorant of his devices, right? And that's what's coming down the pipeline, right? His device. Right? That's the ultimate device that he's coming down with, man. Right? Known in the Bible as the hour of temptation, you know? We're not ignorant of his Satan devices, right? Device meaning his schemes, right? His plans, his plots, right? His traps, right? Because ultimately he's trying to trap, he want to trap the elect up, man. He know 2/3 gonna fall for it, man, right? But back inside Daniel 3, I'll start back at 17. If it be so, our power whom we serve is able to deliver us from the burning fiery furnace, and he will deliver us out of thine hand, O king. But if not, be it known unto thee, O king, that we will not serve thy gods, right? So, hey, rather the Lord, you know, rather we get beamed up without tasting death, without getting translated for the time being, right? Or we do have to die behind the truth. We're not serving your idols, right? It says, verse 19, my bad. Then was Nebuchadnezzar full of fury, and the form of his visage was changed against Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. Right? So he got mad as hell, man. Once them, you know, they told him, man, fuck you, man. We ain't going for that. Right? Hey, so what? Hey, that clicked on, you know, Nebuchadnezzar, man. Which how it's gonna be inside at the same time like it is today, right? So like you may have brothers under that guillotine, right? Have brothers under that guillotine, and they may want to ask you again. We may, hey man, go ahead and pull a lever, man. No, get it over with. You know that death gonna be like, you know, it's gonna happen just like that, right? That's gonna be the quickest death ever. So let's go ahead and get it over with, man. And us saying that to these elites, right? Will make them want to pull that lever real fast or torch you. It don't matter, right? But the same spirit that the Lord had on side those 3 holy men, right? He will have on us, man, right? I'm gonna explain that once I get to it. It says, then was Nebuchadnezzar full of fury, the form of his visage was changed against Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. Therefore he spake and commanded. He about to come with a decree, right? An unrighteous decree. No, he already said the decree. My bad, Salaki. This is the consequence for not doing it. Right? It said, then was Nebuchadnezzar full of fury, and the form of his visage was changed against Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. Therefore he spake and commanded that they should heat the furnace 7 times more than it was wont to be heated. Right? Hotter than it ever could be. And he commanded the most mighty men that were in his army to bind Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego and to cast them into the burning fiery furnace. And guess what? Hey, this is spirit though, right? Because hey, even though they finna go inside of a furnace, right, that's full of fire, they still held their integrity, man. It says, verse 21, then these men were bound in their coats, their hosen, and their hats, and their other garments, and were cast into the midst of the burning fiery furnace. Therefore, because the king's commandment was urgent and the furnace exceeding hot, the flame of the fire slew those men that took up Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. And these 3 men, Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, fell down, bound into the midst of the burning fiery furnace. Right, just the point, right? The men that actually put, them inside that furnace, they died. They died off. It was that hot. Hey, but the Lord had the spirit of those men to not to die. Right? It says, then Nebuchadnezzar, the king, was astonished and rose up in haste and spake and said unto his counselors, did not we cast 3 men bound into the midst of the fire? They answered and said unto the king, true, O king, because they did. They knew for sure it was only 3 men that went down there. It says, verse 25, he answered and said, lo, I see 4 men loose. Woo, that shit gave me the chills, man. I see 4 men loose, walking in the midst of the fire, and they have no hurt. Right? And the form of the 4th is like the son of Yahweh. Right? Yahweh shouts in the mix of them, man. Matter of fact, gotta grab that. The Lord said, hey, be faithful unto death, man. Right? They knew at that point in time. I got 10% left. It was cool. Right? So those men knew at that time they was finna face death. Right? But it is what it is. They wasn't finna conform. They wasn't finna adapt to what Nebuchadnezzar had going on. Right? They wasn't finna adapt to what Nebuchadnezzar had going on. Right? And the book of Sirach 4:28 say, hey, strive for the truth unto death. Come on. I'm trying to speed this on up, And that's just the point out that, hey, and that just, therefore you have it, man. Right? Yahweh Shem Yahushua, right, was testing their integrity, right? To the point, many folks that got down, put the furnace to where you can't step in it. If you're not a man of the Lord, you're gonna die from, which we already brought out. But the thing about it, Yahweh Shem Yahushua, hey, put that hedge around him physically, man. He was around them, It says, Sirach 2 verse 10, look at the generations of old and see, did ever any trust in the Lord and was confounded? Right? It said, or did any abide in his fear and was forsaken? Or whom did he ever despise that called upon him? Right? So that's the beautiful account, right? Those that, hey, they trusted in Yahweh Shem Yahushua, they was not forsaken, man. Right? Those 2 beautiful accounts, hey, like I said in the book of Romans 15:4, the things written the 4th time written for our learning. Matter of fact, what else I had? Make sure I hit all my points and I don't have to bring out my notes. Okay, come. Got like 2 more precepts that I'm gonna dig into, Lord willing. Right? This that ultimate right here, right? And the Lord gave us the spirit of discernment, man. We know where we at, right? Esau Edom is ready to collapse that dollar. He's ready to come down with that great wrath. Matter of fact, I'll grab that first. Habakkuk 12:12. Revelation 12:12. God damn. All right. This is Revelation 12 verse 12. It said, therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil is come down to you, having great wrath, because he knows that he had but a short time, right? So we know Esau Edom about to come down with that wrath. We know Esau about to come down with that wrath because he has nothing but a short time to rule, man, right? So with that being said, we know he's finna turn the pressure up, man, right? But we're in that grace period right now, hey, to keep sharpening ourselves up to where when we get inside those times, right, of real calamity, adversity, right, we want to adapt to what Esau Edom. We won't give in to this beast system, man. Like I brought out, and we willing to die than to give into the system, right? So come, the book of Habakkuk 2 verse 1. And I will stand upon my watch and set me upon the tower, and will watch to see what he will say unto me, and what I shall answer when I am reproved. And the Lord answered me and said, write the vision, right? Right? It says, write the vision and make it plain upon tables, that he may run that readeth it, right? And this right here is the vision, right? The prophecy, right? The MOTB. It says that he may run that readeth it. Why? Because, hey, we telling you about what's to happen if you was to take it, you know, tell you the consequence that Yahweh Shemel Shah gonna kill you the worst way, right? ICBM nuclear missile gonna be upon you, right? It says, verse 3, for the vision is yet for an appointed time, right? But at the end it shall speak and not lie. Though it tarry, wait for it, because it will surely come, right? And we've seen the infrastructure of it right now, man, right? They're trying to, you know, they're bringing in the MOTB through the way of this CBDC. Like I said, hey, that's gonna be the, you know, the base level, right? The CBDC, the Fed now, that's gonna be like the ground, you know, the foundation of buying and selling, right? Because without that, it's to the point now that with the Fed now, it's gonna be like you're gonna be able to sign up for it at first, but after a while, it's gonna be a mandatory thing, right? Esau Edom will have, you know, will be able to get inside all of your access, man, right? Come, but I'm gonna close it out with the book of Revelation 13, right? This Revelation 13, matter of fact, look at it. Come. Okay. Right? This Revelation 13, verse 11. And I beheld another beast coming up out the earth, and he had two horns, like a lamb, and he spake as a dragon, right? America coming back inside the same Roman Empire spirit, you know. He said he come as a lamb, but he spake as a dragon, and that's Esau Edom all the way, man. That's what the word devil means, diabolos, right? Deceiver, right? He's gonna come with those smooth singing words, man. But hey, but then he's trying to devour you. Right? The book of 1 Peter 5 and 8. Be sober, be vigilant, for your adversary the devil walketh about seeking who he may devour. You know? Hey, also, hey, he finna come with those draconian laws, man, those harsh laws. Like I just said, like I brought out in the book of Daniel. You know? Daniel, the book of 2 Maccabees, right? They said a decree, they had a law, and if you didn't do it, and you had a judgment, right? And hey, when we get further inside these scriptures, they're going to say the same thing, man. They're going to be similar to it, right? It says, verse 12, and he exercises all the power of the first beast before him, right? It's nothing new under the sun. Everything coming back, right? You got the so-called Democrats and Republicans, and right? And Jake is so not no discernment, right? They don't understand they're part of the same system, right? But it says, and he exerciseth all the power of the first beast before him, and causeth the earth and them which dwell therein to worship the first beast, whose deadly wounds was healed. And he that doeth great wonders, so that he make fire come down from heaven on the earth in the sight of men. Verse 14, and deceiveth them that dwell on the earth by the means of those miracles, which he had power to do in the sight of the beast, saying to them that dwell on the earth, that they should make an image to the beast, which had the wound by his sword and did live. Right? Because we know the time that we're coming into, right? Esau is coming with those beautiful miracles that a lot of people, they're going to fall into, right? You have Esau has making brain chips to where if you can't speak, right? You have that, if you have that brain device, right? It can write out what you was thinking, right? Also, hey, that device also can help the paralyzed walk again. You know, people are going to hear those types of things, right? Those so-called miracles, and they're going to be they're going to want to adapt to that. Especially also when these lights cut off, you gotta have this device in order to move around, right? To eat, go to work, right? This device gonna be your badge around society, you know. Verse 15, and he had power to give life unto the image of the beast, and the image of the beast to both speak, right, and cause that as many would not worship the image of the beast to be killed. Right, and this, like I said, this right here is that image, right? This is that image. You know, the image, the system, right? The law that's going to go about, you know, for the MOTB, right? And it says it's supposed to speak, right? Meaning it's going to go into effect. It's going to play out, man, inside our lifetime. It says, and cause that as many would not worship the image of the beast to be killed, right? Because we know a lot of people going to be beheaded. And also when you look at killed, it means to damn, I just had the word when I had looked it up. But pretty much it's not inside of a physical sense, right? You could be X'd out of society. You know? You won't be able to buy, sell, or trade, right? You're dead to the elites, man. You don't have his technology within you, so you're dead, man. Right? So and it's all about not conforming to this beast system, man. Right? And he calls of all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads, right? That charagma, right? And it is pretty much, you know, we have videos talking about that, plenty of videos talking about the breakdown of the charagma itself, you know, which the Lord forbids you to have. It says, and that no man might buy or sell save he that hath the mark or the name of the beast or the number of his name. Here is wisdom, let him that have understanding count the number of the beast, for the number of a man, and his number is 636, right? Like I said, we cannot, you know, bow down, right, to Esau's system, man, right? Because we know ultimately if you take this device, hey, Yahweh Shemel Shah is going to deal with you, right? Matter of fact, I got another precept right quick. Right? This right here, the book kind of two precepts. This one, I'm gonna bring this one out right quick. Hold on. Revelation 3:10. Because thou hast kept the word of my patience, I also will keep thee from the hour of temptation. Right? Which shall come upon all the world to try them that dwell upon the earth. Right? This MOTB, this beast system, man. Right? This one here gonna be your temptation is gonna try everyone. You know? And Esau gonna come with ways, like I said, those miracles, you know. They maybe say like if your baby got cancer or whatever, and you gotta have the MOTB to get the medicine for to help her out. Hey, that's how Esau Edom will come in, right? Real crafty. Right, verse 11. It says, behold, I come quickly. Hold thy fast what thou hast, that no man take thy crown, right? Because what Esau trying to do, he's gonna try to take our crown, man. That's a part of our, you know, our invisible crown for right now until we get that permanent one. Lord willing, we're part of that remnant. Right? But we can't let Esau, you know, knock us off our rock, man. Right? And I'm gonna close out with this last precept right here in the book of Revelation. Revelation 20, verse 4. And I saw thrones and they sat upon them, and judgment was given unto them. Right? The elect, right? The one that had to actually be tried, you know, in that hour of temptation, man. And I saw thrones, and they that sat upon them, and judgment was given unto them. And I saw the souls of them that were beheaded for the witness of Yahweh Shah, right? We believe in Yahweh Shah so much that, hey, we understood that he said, don't take this charagma, right? Never trust thine enemy, right? The words of his mouth were smoother than butter, but war was in his heart. We understood those things. We understood the assignment, right? And was willing to get our head, you know, but had it from our body. It says, and which had not worshipped the beast, neither his image, right? Did not fall to the system, right? Did not take the charagma at all. It says, neither have received his mark upon their foreheads or in their hands, and they live and reign with the Hamashiach Yahushua 1,000 years, right? And that's the beautiful thing about it, right? Because the Lord, dang, I could also get another precept, but my phone's gonna turn off, right? But the thing about it, hey, we talk about the book of 2nd Esdras 2, I want to say like at 36 or 41 on down. It talks about how, you know, Esdras seen the men that stood stiffly for the name, right? You gotta stand stiff, man. You know, you gotta stand stiff for Yahweh Shem Yahushua, right? Not conform to this world, you know. So, hey, and also, hey, we're gonna reign with Yahweh, man, right? That's a part of the reward for staying down for the come up, man, right? So, Lord, when it was edifying, right? I'm gonna close up by giving all honor, glory, and praises to Yahweh by Hashem Yahushua, by Hashem Kakadash, right? Hey, double honor to the elders and the apostles, a great millstone who rule well. Shalom to hopefully like men that scattered abroad, preaching the truth without sincerity. Shalom to those few sisters that's getting in order as well, right? Close out with an endurance prayer. Nathan Layav Kakadash, Law Yikal, Law Ha, Kwanazah, Bafusha, Bafusha, Bafusha. Nathan Layav Kakadash, Law Yikal, Law Ha, Kwanazah, Bafusha, Bafusha, Bafusha. Nathan Layav Kakadash, Law Yikal, Law Ha, Kwanazah, Bafusha, Bafusha, Bafusha. Right in the Hebrew tongue, right? Praying to the Lord. You know, give us the Holy Spirit, you know, give us the strength to endure these bad times, right? To endure these times. Babu Kusha meaning please, right? So, hey, death to America and Abad Babal.